Hey guys, it's Gwendolyn, your life and relationship coach, where I navigate women into their true worth, their purpose, and into their powerful, prosperous next level. I jumped on really quick just to give you guys this topic on how to be more committed to God. It's so much going on in the world with rumors of wars, with pestilence, with anxiety, with stress, and even lately, a lot of suicides. And I just wanted to jump on. This topic is very important, how to be more committed to God. So let me give you guys some pointers. First of all, putting God first. Put God first, and let me tell you ways that you can do that on a daily basis. Prayer, committing to prayer every day, praying as soon as you get up in the morning, praying before you go to sleep at night, and setting aside some time in the middle of the day to go into prayer, to talk to God. Prayer is just talking to God. Number two, meditation. Meditation is so valuable, you guys, is so important. Meditation, I always tell people, prayer is when we talk to God. Meditation is when He talks to us. That's when we listen, when we hear, when we be still, and we sit still for, you can start out like with 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and then increase your time and your private time with Him. You just sit there quietly and you pray and you meditate. You just sit quiet, sit still with no music on, no nothing on, and you just listen and have you a pad and a pen when you're sitting there meditating, because eventually after you do it long enough and you're committed to it, God will begin to speak. He will start speaking. Another good one is fasting, and I always encourage people to go into intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is basically 8 hours of eat during an 8 hour period, and the 16 hours you refrain from food. So I always encourage people to ease into intermittent fasting. And when you do that, do your 16 hours of refraining from food late, like in the evening into the morning type of afternoon thing. And then you eat your, during the 8 hour period, you eat at in the middle of the day. That's the best time to do it, because when you do it that way, it's easier on you. And during that time, guys, of intermittent fasting, you're coupling that thing up with prayer and meditation. And coupling prayer, meditation, and fasting together, I'm telling you, is powerful, because then it leads you into this next point that I want to talk to you about, and that's starving your flesh, dying to self. And that's basically denying yourself, denying your flesh of doing things that it's not supposed to do. Just don't do it. If it's something that you know you're not supposed to do, don't do it. That's starving your flesh. And when you starve your flesh and you die to self, you replace that starvation of flesh with prayer, meditation, and fasting. Prayer, meditation, is fasting. So when you want to do something that you know you're not supposed to do, use prayer and meditation and fasting as a replacement for doing the wrong thing. And the last thing is sacrifice. Sacrifice, guys, that's what this all is: prayer, meditation, fasting, and starving your flesh. This is a sacrifice, and it takes you to the next level. Let me also tell you what this does, guys, and this is going to get you. This is the part that I love the most. It's going to, when you're praying a lot and you're committing yourself to prayer every day, setting aside time with God and spending precious time with Him, and you are meditating and listening for what God is about to say with a pad and a pen, and you're fasting and you're starving your flesh, and this is a sacrifice, the anointing will eventually fall on you. I'm telling you this. I experienced this. The anointing is upon me. I already know the anointing will fall upon you. And let me tell you what the anointing is. The anointing is God's power. God calls, He calls people who commit themselves to Him. He doesn't call them His servants anymore. He calls them His friend. He calls us friends. So when the anointing fall upon you, the anointing is not a gift. A lot of people think the anointing is a gift. The anointing is a reward. The anointing is a reward. It's a reward for praying. It's a reward for meditation. It's a reward for fasting. It's a reward for starving your flesh. It's a reward for sacrificing. It's a reward for telling God, you know what, God, I love you. This is your way of telling God, I love you. You know, I honor you. I worship you. I adore you. There's none like you. I respect you. I commit my flesh, I commit myself to you because I want you more than anything. Another thing I advise people to do too, and I would be remiss if I left this out, is to tithe. Give God 10% of your earnings. That is powerful too. That opens up the windows of heaven and it'll pour you out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive. Tithe, give God 10% on everything you make. And I tell you, give it to a church, give it to your pastor, give it to places that that give back, that does things for just give. Get that 10% out of your hands. And I advise people to give it to your local church. And so these are the tips that I wanted to give you guys. And remember this, because this is the powerful thing, that the anointing is not a gift. The anointing is a reward for doing all these things, and God will honor you. He will protect you. He will cover you, and he will do so many wonderful things for you just because you sacrificed and you gave your life to him. My name is Gwendolyn Williams. I am known as Gwendolyn W. all over social media. I am your life and relationship coach, where I navigate women into their true worth, their purpose, and into their powerful, prosperous next level. Now, all of my information is in the description. I would appreciate it if you would like and share this video, and we can spread the gospel and we can spread more good news around here, because trust me, in these trying times and these last and evil days, we could all use some good news right about now. So guys, you have a blessed day. You be good to yourself and be more committed to God. God bless, guys. Talk to you soon.